Hi student, today we'll have a third lecture with you. If you remember from the first lectures, we learned with you subjects of the medical cybernetics or computer science, and there we learned with you two type of uh, informations. I mean, analog information and digital informations. And after that, we learned with you number system and the units of the information and etc. And from the second lectures, if you remember, we learned with you two type of computer science or medical cybernetics, part of the hardware and software. Then we separately learned with you all parts of the hardware. There we explained with you that when we are talking about hardware, it means that we are talking about technical support of the computers science or medical cybernetics. And there we learned with you part of the medical informatics software, and we explained with you that software is programming part of the computers. Then we learned with you relation between hardware and the software, and we explained their all part of the hardware and software. Today we'll learn with you very interesting lectures, which is calling computers and network. And you know that computers and network will be learning on the base of the first and second lectures. What does that mean, computers and network? When we are talking about computers and network, it means that we will think about connections, some computers with each other. Why? It means that in order to use total resources of the all computers, will be create computers and networks. Our topics today, third lectures topics is calling computers and networks. Main concepts, for example, protocol, bridge, gateway, router, server, etc. Concept of a server, local and global networks, short history of internet, TCP and IP protocols, addressing of resources of internet, and etc. All topic of our lectures you will be find from this side. Now let us explain what is the computers network, and because of will be beginning from the computers network. Students, when we are talking about computers network, there will be learning with you some type of computers network. And what is the itself computers network? When we are talking about computers network, what does that mean, computers network? Computers network is a system of interconnected computers that enable the computers to communicate with each other. Why? In order to share their resources, data, and applications. It means that if you have 10 computers and just you have one scanner and one printer and other technical support of the computers. In order to use all your computers in the one room, in the one classroom, in the one building, from the one scanner, from the one printer, from the other computers technical support, you will be create some computers and network. It means that you will be connect using by the cable and wires some computers and network, and it means that you will be connect all the computers with each other, and as the results you will be get a simple computers network. It means that you will not be able to include to the all 10 computers scanner, printer, and edge. In order to use from the one computer, one scanner, and one other technical support, basically will be create computers network. But like this network, it means that interconnected computers with each other in order to share some resources, for example, data and applications and other technical support will be using from the computer's network. The physical location of each computer is tailored to personal and organizational needs. A network may include only personal computers, again I'll repeat, or a mix some personal computers and other technical supports and its. Computers networks that are commonly used today may be classified as follows. Which cases will be using from the computers network, and when has been created computers network? It means that first computers network. One of the earliest examples of computers network was a network of communicating computers that functioned as part of the United States military's semi-automatic automated ground environment. It means that SAGE radar system. It's in 1969, the University of California at Los Angeles, the Stanford Research Institute, the University of California at Santa Barbara, and the University of Utah were connected as part of the Advanced Research Project Agency Network project, which is calling ARPANET. It means that first computers network or computers then in the future will learn with your internet. First name of the computers network and internet was ARPANET. It's this network that evolved to become what we now call the internet. It means that in order to use the internet for the first time, we must organize computers networks. And which cases we'll be using from the computers network? Why we will be create computers network, and when we'll be using from the computers networks. Networks are used to, it means that following, which facilitate communication via email. What does that mean? You know that in order to send some information from one side to the other side, we will not be able to use from the old from the earlier conditions. Just will be using from the computers network and from the internet in order to send some information. I mean that musical information, text information, your pictures, any type of information from one side to the other side will be sending by the email. Then you'll be able create video conferencing, then instant messaging, and etc. Enable multiple users to share a single hardware device like a printer or scanner. Again, it means that in order to use from the printer or scanner for all computers, will be creating computers network. Enable file sharing across the network. Then allow networks for the sharing of software or operating programs on a remote system. Make information easier to access and maintain among of network users. And using from the computers network, we said that we are able to use from all these items. And type of network. Which type of network you have listened and you read from your literature, and is. Basically, students will be using 4 type of computers network. First network is very simple network, which is calling a local area networks, LAN. Second is calling wide area networks, which is calling WAN. Third is calling metropolitan area network, MAN. Then last is calling personal area network. It means that PAN. Now let us stop on the each here network, and let us explain very detailed. In order to explain detail all this computers network, let us beginning from the local area networks. Local area networks, its short form is calling LAN. In order to organize LAN will be just using from some computers. It means the beginning from the two and more of the computers. What does that mean, LAN area networks? It means that LAN is a group of computers that are connected in a small area, such as building, home, etc. It means that our classroom, all computers are connected with each other. For example, if you saw during practical lessons, and all computers, all local networks included to the internet using by the different type of computers elements of the network. For example, using by the hub, we included all our computers at our classroom to the internet. But see you here, through this type of network, users can easily communicate with each other by sending and receiving messages. For example, if you will be sitting in the one room, in the one building, you will be able to send information from one room to the other room, from first room, first floor to the any floors, and you will be able to use from the one scanner, one printer, and etc. And here, when we are talking about LAN, it means that LAN, LAN local area network, is generally used for connecting two or more personal computers through some medium such as twisted pair and the other cable and etc. Through the number of computers connected in a LAN is limited, the data is transferred at an extremely fast rate. It means that all computers in the local area network connected with each other, coaxial with using by the coaxial cable and the wires and ends. Then, what's your attention please here to the pictures. Local area network, it means that connections, all computers in the one room with each other in order to share some resources with each other and it. Using from the local area network, you can send information from one computer to the other computers, and at the same time you can use total resource of the computers. Then second network area we said that is calling WAN. WAN is reading a wide area network. What does that mean? It means that WAN is a group of computers that are connected in a large area, such as a continent, country, and etc. WAN is generally used for connecting two or more LANs. What does that mean? It means that connections to or more LANs in the local area networks will be organized WAN. And this is through some medium such as illicit telephone lines, microwaves, etc. In WAN, data is transferred at slow rate. A typical WAN network is shown in the second figure. What does that mean? What's you here? Some wide area network is a connection of four local area networks. What does that mean? It means that for local area networks connected and organized wide area network, and this is calling is internet. It means that all computers in the here distance is very large. It means that all computers in the world which are connected with each other in order to share some resources of the computers. Then metropolitan area network. It means that it's some here man has some difference from the local and from the wide area networks. Which difference? Man is network of computers that covers a large area, like one city, for example. The size of the man generally lies between land and one. What does that mean? It means that typically covering a distance maximum of 5 km to 50 km. The geographical area covered by man is comparatively larger than land but smaller than one. Why? Because this is network is between LAN and WAN. WAN is international global set. Is calling international global set. It's internet, and the LAN just a local area network, which you can organize in the one room, in the one building, and as in the small distance. Because of we can say that. Man is comparatively larger than land but smaller than one. Man is generally owned by private organizations. Man is generally connected with the help of optical fibers, copper wires, and etc. Then what's you here? Attention please here to the pictures. What's you LAN and LAN, then which connected using by the router LAN and the two local area LAN and the cable television networks. What this is calling metropolitan area network. Then a personal area network. It's our last networks which we learned with you. What does that mean? It's a short form is calling PAN. PAN is the interconnection of information technology device within the range of an individual person, typically within a range of 10 meters. What does that mean? It means that it's calling personal area network just will be in this network work just one person. A person, for example, if person will be traveling with a laptop, a personal digital assistant, PDA, and a portable printer could interconnected them without having to plug anything in using some form of wireless technology such as Wi-Fi. What about Wi-Fi? You have listened all time, and which personal area network will be using Wi-Fi. Typically, this kind of personal area network could also be interconnected without wires to the internet or other networks. You can use PAN networks to transfer files, including email and calendar appointments, digital photos and music, etc., from your portable devices such as phones and tablets to personal computers and vice versa. This is calling personal area network. What attention please here to the picture you saw here. Tablet, PDA, then mobile telephone and the printer and the laptop, which will be organized personal area networks. And which main concepts of the computer networks we will learn with you. First is calling gateway, second is calling a bridge, third is calling a router, a protocol server. When you worked on the computers on the internet all time, you have listened about gateway, bridge, router, protocol server. What does that mean? It means that in order to connect a local area network with global area network, it means that with one and the other computers networks will be using a specialty elements of the computers network. It means that in order to include to the internet for the first time, we will be create local area networks in our room, in our building, at our work, and after that we will include our local area network to the global area network. It means that to the wide area network, to the internet. And we will be using from the specialty gateway. What does that mean, gateway? Gateway, it means that a computer with the software which connects a local area network LAN to global area network is called a gateway. With simple language, I'll explain to you that gateway is computers with software. It means that in order to including to the one wide area networks, we must have a specialty operation system which will be working with a computer's network, and we learned with you when we had with you software, and we will be specialty computers which with the software which connects a local area with global area network. It means that one. And this is computers is calling gateway. In fact, a gateway, as the name suggests, is a passage to connect two networks together that may work upon different networking models. They basically work as the messenger agents that take data from one system, interpret it, and transfer it to the another system. Gateways are also called protocol converts and can operate at any network layer. At the end, I want to say to you that gateway, it's computers with its operation system. It's basically with software which is connecting a local area with global area in order to get internet connections. After that come a bridge. What is the bridge? What's you in the attention please here to the pictures. Here you have two local area which connected using by the bridge. A bridge operates at a data link layer. A bridge is again a repeater with add-on the functionality of filtering content by reading the MAC addresses of source and destinations. It's also used for interconnecting two LANs. What see you here? Two LANs working on the same protocol. What is the protocol? Now we'll be learning with you in the further. It has a single input and single output port. This making it a two-port device. What see you here? We have here two LAN here, two LAN. It means that B and E, and what here A, B, C, and D, E, F. One local network and second local network, area network, which has connected using by the bridge. And it has a single input and single output port, which thus making it a two-port device. This is calling a bridge. And then what is the router? Router is a device like a switch, as a switch that routes data packets based on their IP addresses. What is the IP addresses? It means that internet protocol addresses. Now also we will be learning in the further with you what is the IP addresses. Router is mainly a network layer device. Routers normally connect LANs and WANs. It means that in order to connect again LAN and WANs with each other together and have a dynamically updating routing table based on which they make decisions on routing the data packets. A router divides broadcast domains of hosts connected through it. After that, what see you here? A router. It's again device you have seen in the end where which when you connected to the internet, then again as a switch which connected by using by the two switch, and the hub. You know what is the hub which connect your local area networks with global area networks, it means that you are using from the hub, and here again bridge, which will be connecting local LAN computers. Further, internet protocols. What you have listened about internet protocol often. All time you have listened internet protocol, IP address, and etc. Internet protocol, which is calling IP, is the principal set or communications protocol of digital message formats and rules for exchange message between computers across a single network or series of interconnected networks. What does that mean, internet protocol? Address, internet protocol. What protocol? It means that you know that in the world we have different type of computers and different type of operations systems. In order to connect all these computers with each other with different operation system, with different software, scientists has prepared protocols. Using by the protocols, we can connect all different type of computers with different type of operation system, for example, software, connect with each other. It means that protocol basically gives rules to the all computers in order to connect with each other. What we see here, using the internet protocol, which TCP, transfer control protocol, and IP, internet protocol, which is calling internet protocol. This is TCP and IP, transmission control protocol. All time are using in order to connect different type of computers with different type of software. Network server. What is the network server? What is the server? All time you have listened about server also. In order to create connections between between different type of computers and networks, and basically local networks will be using by the server. The server just will be provided to the other computers in the computers network with, for example, different type of computers technical support, and the different type of programs, tasks, and its. It means that server in the network is calling head computers, which is provide all technical supports and the programs and the tasks to the other computers which are located in the network. A network server is a computer designed to act as central repository and help in providing various resources like hardware access, disk space, printer access, and etc. to other computers in the network. What's here? Attention please here to the picture. What's here? Here is we have server. All time is working, and all time is working. We never will turn off server. If you will be turn off your server, in that case your other computers will not work, and your local computers network and will not work. Why? Because your server will be provide all time other computers which are connected to the server different type of technical supports and programs. A domain name server. What does that mean, domain name server? DNS. Domain name server, DNS, is an integral part of the domain name system. It's the system of computers and databases connected to the internet that are responsible for doing the following. It means that all time you are listening, for example, domain name, for example, when you worked on the internet all time, you have listened domain name, for example, as TR, RU, and other. All country has its own domain names. For example, Azerbaijan is as, Turkey is has TR, Russia is has RU and it. But here, attention please, here translating your domain name into an IP, Internet Protocol addresses. A domain name is a lot easier to remember than a bunch of numbers. Specifying the mail service responsible for email distribution for your domain name. Using by the domain name, you will be find your address very easy. And what is the Internet Protocol? IP addresses. It's very important part of the computer network. I mean that Internet Protocol IP addresses. Why? Because all domain names corresponding to a series of numbers called IP, Internet Protocol addresses. An IP address is the communications protocol used to exchange data over computer networks. Internet protocol addresses allow large geographical networks of computers to communicate with each other quickly and economically over a variety of physical links. And IP addresses is the numerical addresses by which a location in the internet is identified. It consists of 4 sets of numbers, each of which range from 0 to 255, 5 separated by dots. Example, see you here, 178.18. 19.2.240. What is this address? This address, which consists of 4 sets of numbers, each of which range from the 0 to 55. Why? Because here each group has 1 byte informations. What does that mean? 2 power 8 informations will be using in order to organize Internet Protocol address. HTML, hypertext markup language is calling. It's calling short form HTML. What does that mean? In order to create web pages in the internet, basically we'll be using from the specialty as programming language in the hypertext markup language. It means that this is as programming language which we will be using from HTML and will be creating web pages, because we will say HTML is the standard markup language for creating web pages. If you want to create 2 internet pages, in that case you will be specialty HTML program as programming language. A web page or web page is a document commonly written in HTML that is viewed in an internet browser. But when you will be using, in order to use from the internet browser, it means the Internet Explorer, all time you will be asked about web pages. A web page may contain text, graphics, and hyperlinks to other web page and files. What does that mean? It means that a web page may be contain text and graphics and other informations which you will be find using by the hyperlinks. What is the hyperlinks? Hyperlinks, in order to turn from one page to the other page automatically, and this is calling hyperlinks. And on the pressing of the some links, you will be automatically transfer from the one page to the other internet page, web pages. A web page is often used to provide information to viewers, including pictures or videos, to help illustrate important topics. But again, I want to say to you that in order to create web pages, we'll be using a specialty as programming language HTML. Cloud computing. What does that mean, cloud computing? Cloud computing is the delivery of different services through the internet. What does that mean? Resources include tools and applications like data storage, service databases, networking, and software, which all these learn cloud computing. And what is the ADCL? Asymmetric digital subscriber line. You have listened about ADCL often in your life, asymmetric digital subscriber line. ADCL is a technology that will offer faster connection speed than the traditional internet via dial-up telephone lines could offer. ADCL is the technology that drives many internet connections worldwide. After that comes internet. After learning computers and networks, basically will be learning with your internet. You know that without computers network, we can include to the internet. Internet is a global area networks which is calling one, and which using by the internet will be connect to the other computers which are located in the world. You know that in order to include to the internet, we'll be using different type of elements of the computer's network, which we learned with you in the previous topics. I mean the bridge, router, and the hub, switch, and edge. The internet is a global connected network system that uses TCP/IP. It means the transfer control protocols and internet protocols to transmit data via various types of media. The internet is a network of global exchange, including private, public, business, academic, and government networks connected by guided, wireless, and fiber optic technologies and edge. In order to include internet, we will need basically computers, or I mean that some LAN, it means that local area networks. Then we will need some other resources of the computers and edge, and will be using from the internet and using from the computers. Communications. Why we will using from the internet? Which cases? Why we need internet? Internet, using by the internet, you can the most cost-effective communications method in the world, in which the following services are instantly available. Then you can send information by the email, using by the email, and you know that what is the email, how we can open email in the any searching site. When during our practical lesson will be do all this practically, will be open email, and will be sending information and accepting information, and it's using by the internet. We can work enable audio video conferencing services, then online movies and gaming. Using by the internet, you can data transfer files sharing often through file transfer protocols, and which is calling FTP. Then you can use from the other protocol World Wide Web protocols, which you can call address of the internet pages. Then instant messaging, then internet forums, social networking, online shopping, financial services, and yes, all this opportunity you'll be get using from the internet. You know that in order to include to the internet for the first time, you must have it means that browser program, which is called Internet Explorer program. Then you must have a computer's line using by the the computer's line. It means that LAN, local area networks. After that, you must have cable and a hub or hub, and after that you must have fax modem, modulation, demodulations in order to send information using by the telephone lines, and it's all these opportunities which will be giving to you in order to include to the internet. Then Microsoft Internet Explorer, which we have used it in the previous topics. What is the Microsoft Internet Explorer? Microsoft Internet Explorer is an internet browser that allows users to view web pages on the internet. It means that this program just will be giving to you some opportunity in order to call some internet web pages. Then users can also utilize Internet Explorer to listen to and watch streaming. It means that content access, online banking, make and the purchase over the internet, and much more. And without Microsoft Internet Explorer, you can't work on the computers. Why? Because using by the Microsoft Internet Explorer, and you will be all time call some internet web pages. If you remember when we learned with you software, we have said that all programs which has been produced by the Microsoft company, and what Microsoft Internet Explorer also a production of the Microsoft company. And then this is Microsoft Internet Explorer also is working under the operation system, and using by the operation system we can use from the Microsoft Internet Explorer. And here you see medical information searching system. What does that mean? So far we learned with you computers network and Internet Explorer programs and the software, and using by the Microsoft Internet Explorer, you can do some search in order to find some medical information. In order to find some medical information, we'll be using different type of internet addresses and different type of sites, which just will be helping you find some medical information. Because in order to find medical information, you have in the internet specialty searching programs which will be giving to you some opportunities in order to find some medical information, in order to take some medical information about some different type of disease. In order to put diagnosis to the patients, you will be using from the internet. In order to treat to the your patients, you will be using from the internet. And it means that internet will be giving to the physicians, to the doctors, a lot of opportunities, big opportunities in order to use, in order to treat your patients. And the internet has become one of the most important means to obtain health and medical information. What does that mean, medical information? If you remember from your first lecture, medical information, it's that information which you for the first time collected about patient disease, then you process it in the computers, and after that you sending this information from one side to the other side and else. In order to find medical information, in order to collect some medical information, you will be use specialty medical sites, special medical resources of the internet. And it's often the first step in checking for basic information about a disease and its treatment. The search results are often useful to general users. Various search engines such as Google, Yahoo, Bing, and Ask.com can play an important role in obtaining medical information for both medical professionals and lay people. But using from the internet will be doing a lot of about our patients. Our lectures has come to the end, and this is our last lectures. What we learned today with you, just today we learned with you at the third lectures, computers network, what is the computers network, and we learned with you type of networks, which type of networks we learned if you remember, and the local area networks, wide area networks, metropolitan area networks, and personal area networks. And we explained with you each type of network separately and detail. Please learn all type of computers network, and it will be give you some opportunities in order to use from the internet in the further. Then we learned with you main concepts of the computers and networks and the gateway, bridge, router, protocol, server. We have said that they're basically in order to connect local area network to the global area network. It means that to the internet we use it from the specialty elements of the computers networks, which are calling gateway, bridge, router, protocol, server. We learned with you separately each elements of the computers networks. Then we learned with you domain name, server, and the internet protocol addresses. What is the internet protocol addresses? What does that mean? We have said that it consists of 4 sets of numbers each, of which range from 0 to 255, separated by dots. Then we learned with you HTML, hypertext markup language. Using from the HTML, we can create web pages and ads. Then what is the web page? We again explained with you. We said that which has been written by using by the web page. And cloud computing, we learned with you ADSL about ADSL, which learned with you, and internet we have learned with you, and we said that first name of the internet was ARPANET, and using by this internet we can communicate, have some communication using by the internet. We can send information using by the email, and we can online movies and the gaming we can use, and we can create a social using by the social network, online shopping, financial service, and ads. Then we learned with you Microsoft Internet Explorer. What is the Microsoft Internet Explorer? We have explained that Microsoft Internet Explorer is an internet browser that allows users to view web pages on the internet. Then medical information searching system. Today we will finish our all lectures, which we learned with you first, second, and third lectures. All materials of these 3 lectures will be again practice on the practical lessons, and we will be learning all these materials practically. This is our third lectures, and I will to say to you that goodbye. We will meet with you on the practical lessons.